Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Eduard. So as promised, we are checking this plastic kit with a Pfalz D.IIIa in 1/48 scale. This is a weekend edition, and just in case you missed, we will have also a review with this accessory set, which should come handy in case you would like to add some features. So if you are interested in this, definitely check this video as well. But today we are going to talk about this particular kit. It's a commercial sample, so it means that's the final shape of this kit, and you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see here. And first of all, we see completely redesigned weekend edition styling. We have nice box art here. Box size is typical for Eduard. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Next, on the side here, we have some safety information and address of the manufacturer, so everything is quite the same as on the previous kits. Here is the kit number, and here we can see all four marking options which are included inside. So unlike previous weekend editions, we have more than two markings, and that's really cool because it will give you some choice. And as you can see, these markings are quite colorful, so definitely a nice pick for such kit. So this is a top opening box. I'm going to open it right now. And here's what we have inside. So as you can see, all frames are packed into the same plastic bag, and then on the bottom we have assembly manual and decals sheet, but we will gradually move to them. First of all, we are going to start with plastic parts, of course, and it's easy to open because it's a resealable plastic bag. And in the meantime, let me remind you that you can also support us with a small donation. We have a special support or donate button on our website, or there is a special link for the PayPal gate, and you will be the one who will be deciding how much you will send to us, but all this money will be used in order to get some interesting kits, or maybe to upgrade our photo and video equipment in order to improve the quality of our video reviews. So here we have first gray plastic sprue out of two, and as you can see, parts design is more or less, I would say, what you expect from 1/48 scale World War I aircraft kit. As you can see, we have one piece top wing, and also we have one piece tail parts. And we also have quite nice engine, so it will be visible on the finished model. So it is a great idea to bring it out somehow with help of painting and also weathering. So let's zoom out, or actually in. So here you can see we have landing gear wheels, which are molded as a one-piece part, so you will have to be careful while painting them. Next, we continue with wing, which is molded as a single piece part. That's really cool because it will make it easier to install it on your model, and of course you won't have any seams or gaps. Here we continue with another landing gear wheel, some exhaust stacks, and also engine half, because engine will be assembled out of two halves. Here we have one piece tail wing, cockpit floor, pilot seat, another engine half, rudder together with a tail fin, and some of the cockpit parts. Let's flip it over. I am wondering if we have some guiding elements in the engine. So no, we do not have any guiding elements. And by the way, here you can see one piece pilot seat. As for the engine parts, I would recommend to be careful while joining them together, but that's not a difficult task in my opinion, so there is nothing to be afraid of. So just pay attention to what you will be doing. Next, we continue with the second and, let's say, the last gray plastic sprue. And here we have quite an interesting thing. So there are two types of the wing, as you can see. So I guess you will be able to replicate two different versions of the aircraft. We have quite large fuselage halves. I mean, they're surprisingly big for 1/48 scale World War I aircraft. Here you can see comparison with my fingers. And as you remember, we have tail fin molded separately. Here we have also wing struts and landing gear struts. Everything looks nice, so we can zoom in again and check these parts closer. And we have rivets, we have recessed panel lines, we have nice imitation of the fabric surface. It might win from some pre-shading done on this model, so definitely consider this weathering technique. And I wonder if there are any guiding elements. Yes, there are. So here you can see guiding pins. We also have some minor features in the cockpit, but it will be barely visible even considering the fact that it is open on this aircraft. But still, if you have some, let's say, power or maybe wishing to detail the cockpit, it's really good idea, especially if you will get this accessory set. It will be handy for cockpit area, especially because it will be installed on the pilot seat, it will be installed on the instrument panel, and it will change it noticeably. Next, I'm opening the second plastic bag. So here we have decal sheets, and I wonder if there are several. No, there is only one decal sheet. No, that's not possible. Just give me a second. I will place it on the table so that you can see that here we have lozenge, and these ones are the new ones, so they are printed with the new printers from Eduard, and they're also slightly revised in design, so they are different from what we had in the previous kits. And yes, we have more decal sheets, so it would be strange to see only lozenge in this kit. So I'm opening the next plastic bag. Just give me a sec. There we have two more decal sheets, and I'll show them in a second. So one more lozenge sheet is here. Here it is. Again, it is printed in Eduard. Again, it's a revised design, so it should look great on your model. And the second, or actually the third if we count them all, decal sheet is dedicated to main decal symbols. We also have some decals for the cockpit. I think these are seat belts, and we also have some dials for instrument panel. So all in all, you get some necessary features out of the box, but as I said, if you want to have a bit more detailed cockpit, definitely go for PE. It will be worth it, especially if you are a fan of detailed models, detailed builds. Next, we continue with assembly manual. Oh, there is one more thing. So we have this clear plastic bag with a clear film which will be used for the windscreen on this aircraft. Next, we continue with assembly manual. So here it is. Let's close the camera a bit so that you won't be blinded. It is printed in form of typical Eduard brochure, so nothing surprising here, I would say. And straight away we start with a parts map. Note that only one part won't be used, this second type of the wing, so it will go into your spare parts box. We start assembly with the cockpit features on one of the fuselage halves. Next, we continue with instrument panel and cockpit floor. We also detail pilot seat with decals of seat belts. As you remember, P parts will be also upgrading the pilot seat. Next, we continue with the engine. So engine is really nicely detailed here, so as I said, it would be a wise idea to somehow replicate some weathering here in order to make it a bit more attractive. Next, we go on with the top wing and also tail wings here and there. We install wing struts, and final steps involve landing gear, propeller, and of course rigging. You won't avoid it, so be ready for that. Next, we continue with the first marking option. It comes from France, July 1918. Quite an interesting one because we have here, I think that's the dragon maybe, but we all know that there is a detailed history note. You'll learn more about it. Here we have France, March 1918. Next one is from French, June 1917. And here is one more, again France, spring 1918. And two last pages are dedicated to rib stripes and lozenge. And here we also have book, which might be handy for your build. It's a Yasta colors. I'm not sure if Eduard actually sells it. As you can see, we have different website, but still it might be handy for a bit more detailed build in 1/48 scale. So as I said, this kit should be already available. In case you would like to get it, just go to official Eduard website. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such release here in the comment section below. If you like this video, do not forget to press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel because it will help us greatly. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!